Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow, CZT, Certified Zen Tangle Teacher. And today's tangle is Veera, a beautiful tangle. As you can see, I've done it on a brown tile, and I have glued one of my brown bookmarks in my calendar. And today is actually the 7th, and this will come out on the 8th, but today's my sister's birthday. Her name is not Veera, her name is Diana, but happy birthday to my sister. So, as you can see, there's the Tangle, my version, and it's similar to our Tangle Artist version. So, but we're just going to start out, and I'm using a black 01 pen. I could use brown, and I may switch over and do a little brown. I'm also going to use a white jelly roll and probably a brown 01 pen. So I have these here available. I'm also going to use a terracotta pencil to do a little shading. And so let's get started with our tangle. And I'm just going to, I'll probably tangle around the outside of the bookmark, but I think, let's see, I think I'm going to start like this, and we'll see how it turns out. I'm just going to do various. So we start with a little circle, and I best come in a tad so you can see. There we are. And then I'm going to do a beautiful 7. Would you call that a beautiful 7? Okay, our artist. So, but I'm just going to think of it a 7 or a beautiful J, and then we're going to aura that and come down, and then another line that kind of draws it off. And so that's the complete tangle. I'm going to do it again. A little circle. And she put a dot here and a dot here. If you want, you can do that. But I ended up not even going to my dots. Aura. Come down together. And you can overlap. And when I overlapped, I did it backwards. So I went up, and then I came down, and then I did my 7. I kind of had to do it backwards in order to overlap. So my circle, my 7 or J, aura, and this is going to be kind of underneath and come down. Oh, I forgot to do this part. So I like to kind of rotate my tile or my book so I get a different look. To my tangle. And I'm just kind of putting them, they're just kind of floating around. And I probably have room for one more that is going to holly-bah under this one. And there we have it. Now we're going to embellish. And there's lots of ways to embellish, but I'm going to embellish like I did on my sample. So you can see. I'm just going to start by doing a little striping. And I'm going to fill in that end right there, pretending like it goes up in there. And I'll try to turn it so my hand is not in the way. I'm going to do the bottom first. And then I like to have a little round so that's rounded. And if you find it easier to fill in as you go, and you can see I've kind of had it so it goes up into the tip. Now you can stripe going another direction. You could do it going, you know, you can actually fill this in anyway. I just like the drama that occurred when I do the black inside of there. And I'm going to come up here and fill that in just a little bit. I like this bottom tail kind of filled in. But I found this just a simple little tangle that was very elegant, and you can really fill it in and make, you know, do a lot of your own embellishments on it. I love it when somebody does a tangle that I can take and embellish my own way. And this one is one of those. Oh, and I forgot to do this little line there. So sometimes when you come to go do your second step, you'll realize you maybe missed a stroke. So now I'm ready to add a little white jelly roll, and I'm going to color in this little area with white. This little jelly roll needs warmed up a little bit. Sometimes when they get cold, they don't want to, the ink doesn't want to flow out, and this one I've been using. There we go. So now I put a little, now you can also see it start to light up. I'm going to aura again with my white. So now I'm going to come back and I'm just going to put a little dot of white in this space between the black line and where I striped that first aura. And if the space is big, you can make a bigger jelly roll dot. And remember, these are just suggestions on what you might do to get your mind going and your creativity going. So there we have a few more highlights. I like to take my black pen, and I'm going to give it some fescue coming out, because for those who may not be aware, I love fescue. I think it adds a lot to things, especially if you want it to be a little organic. And we all will draw ours just a little different. I don't think mine are a bit like Maria's or the original Step Out. And then another thing I love is orbs. So I am going to draw some orbs, just going down and I can sometimes do diminishing orbs. They don't always have to be the same size. And I'm going to find a, let's see if I've got a, I've got a little brush tip, but I don't want a brush tip in that color. I was hoping I had my PN right here available in that color. Well, I am going to come along here and do some orbs right along my bookmark. Just a few orbs, you can do them. So I changed colors, and I'm going to take my terracotta pencil and I'm going to just give this a little shading, but instead of graphite, I'm going to do a color pencil. Graphite for me, it kind of glistens, and so it, when you go over the top of a stripe, it kind of shows up bright, and so I didn't want that. So and I'm just going to come along the edge here and give it a little, because I can take my shading stump, if I find me a clean one, and my odorless paint thinner. Looks like I need to add a little bit more, so I'm going to add some more odorless paint thinner to my little pot, that so I can, and then I'm just going to blend this a little. so we have it blended. And I like to come back in sometimes and color in some of my orbs and just leave them, you know, kind of like a Bronx cheer, and just leave them. But anyway, there we go with the Tangle Veera. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and this lesson. Have a great 7th, 8th, and 9th of April. And oh, let's see, where is my sayings for April? I need to pick one and put in here. Let's see if I can find one that is. I think I'm going to use this one that's in my book. It says, "With the coming of spring, I am calm again." And so I am going to cut this one down as much as I can so I can work it into my little saying, and I am going to cover right up that 8 because I am if it's 7, I know the 8 comes after 7 and 9 comes before 8, gosh. And so I'm not afraid at all of covering up the 8. So there we have our Tangle a Day calendar and our Tangle for the day. Oops. You think I could get that? There it is. Enjoy. Oh, I just see that I had added on this one, and so you may want to add, I added just some little flux in here in white, so you could just add, they kind of go to the background a little bit. You don't have to like I said, I need to warm that one up. There we go. Just add a little flux in here. And I love flux. It can fit in just about any little space. So, well, enjoy the 8th of April. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, and new videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And have a great day.